Hello everyone, welcome back to the Marketing Empress. Today's video is going to be something very different. For the first time on this channel, I am not teaching you guys anything, but it's just a different video where I want to take this time out and talk to you guys about the Marketing Empress. On 12th of July 2020, I started with this whole blog of mine that is called the Marketing Empress, and in this particular video I will take you guys through the entire journey of the Marketing Empress for the past 1 year. I will be talking about the past, the present, and what I plan on doing with the Marketing Empress in the future. Alright, so if you guys are interested, because it's definitely a very motivating sort of a story, it is bound to give you guys some sort of inspiration, especially those who've had this this want to do something but still taken a back seat thinking, okay, maybe I will not have the time with a full-time job or something like that. Then I think this video is perfect for you, because I will be taking you guys through whatever problems I faced while working on the Marketing Empress, what are the learnings I gained from it, all of it in this particular video. So make sure you stick around right till the end, because I'll be discussing the future plans on the Marketing Empress as well. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so before we jump into the video, let me just give you guys a basic understanding of what this video is going to be all about. I am not looking at a scripted video like any other videos that I've been shooting so far, where I'm teaching you guys a concept, analyzing an ad campaign or something like that. I normally have a script, a basic script written and which I refer to when I'm shooting my videos. But this time around I actually don't have any script, because I just want it to be a simple one-on-one conversation. I just have some pointers noted down here that I want to talk about, and I'm going to just go through each of them one by one. So let's start with the first thing, that is, for those who are watching this video for the first time and who are not really sure of what the Marketing Empress is. So let me just give you a background. The Marketing Empress is a blog that I launched back in 2020. And it focused in the start itself, that is in July 2020, I was only catering to 3 areas under marketing. That is advertising campaigns, marketing books, and marketing concepts. Later on today, as is evident, I've expanded my scope to 6 sections, but it started off with just 3. And the entire thought process behind why the Marketing Empress came into being is something that I want to talk about next. That's going to be more about the background. So why did I decide to launch the Marketing Empress? So it all started with my summer internship when I was pursuing my MBA in marketing, and I got a summer internship that demanded me to learn digital marketing, because that role was completely around digital marketing, and I had to ensure that I'm learning things from scratch and at the same time managing to incorporate those learnings to get good results with my internship project. That is when the whole digital marketing thought came into my mind. And that was also the same time when my internship hadn't really started, and I started reading a lot of marketing books. Now what happened with this marketing books is that every time I would read a marketing book, I always had this thing in my mind that, I've learned so much from this book, but where exactly do I need to store these learnings? And that's where the thought of starting my own blog came up. So I thought that I'll have a digital space where I can store the learnings from my marketing books. And if it's a blog, it's going to be accessible to a lot of people. So if they are interested in reading my learnings from various marketing books, that's definitely going to be an add-on. So I started this entire process with the thinking that, okay, I need to put in my marketing book learnings on the blog. But thinking from a broader perspective, I knew there would be people not that interested in marketing books. So should I include some other section with it as well? That's when the thought of my advertising campaigns or advertising analysis learning came in. where I thought I've worked in advertising for a long period of time, I know a lot of things around that, and I knew that there are a lot of people out there who are interested in knowing about advertising, how it functions in the real world. So that's when the introduction of the advertising campaigns and marketing concepts came into being, and I decided to go ahead and launch my blog. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I have arts background. Okay, I'm a media student, and I have absolutely no technical knowledge that's required to code a blog and get into those details. So when I looked up videos on how to make your own blog or something like that, I came across multiple videos on WordPress. Okay, now on WordPress there's some amount of coding that's required, so you either do it yourself or you hire someone to do it for you. But what I realized is that I really did not want to give that opportunity to someone else to design my own blog, because I wanted certain things to be in a certain way. I wanted it to be very simplistic. I did not want to go overboard and go ahead and just try to clutter a lot of things. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to keep it very simple. And that's when I was introduced to Wix.com. Now, for those of you who are not aware, Wix.com is it's a website builder. Okay, so on Wix you can design your own website through just a click and drag option. And when I came across that, I was like, it's so amazing, because you can just simply make a website and get done with it in no time. You don't need to have any coding knowledge whatsoever. So I was really excited. I started building my own website. That was the first time ever I came to know that there's some concept of a domain name that comes into play. So earlier, I had almost 10 to 15 names in my mind when I had to start off with the Marketing Empress. And this one was really special because it's got a direct link to my own name, that is Samradni, and the Empress. So I had to settle with this one. I was very happy because it was personalized, and because my blog was around my own learnings, I was very happy with the entire name. So I bought my first Wix domain. I bought my subscription plan from Wix, which back then was just 350 rupees for a year. I thought it was a minimal investment to begin with, and aage, if it works out, it doesn't work out, let me at least go ahead and try it out. So I bought my subscription plan. I already had a set number of blogs ready, and I just launched all of them together on 12th of July 2020. The first thing that I did is, of course, you send out messages to your friends telling them that you've launched your blog or something like that. But guys, and I was actually in two minds whether I want to talk about this or not. But as a matter of fact, I was so naive back then that I always thought, I'll just go ahead, write a blog post. There are going to be people who will come read it, and that's how it gets popular. But I was sadly mistaken. So throughout this 1 year journey, I've learned so much, guys. Only because I was under this whole bubble where I thought that reading or writing your own blog is all there is to it. There is nothing more to it. But there is something known as promotion, which takes up close to 70% of your entire efforts. That's when social media marketing came into place. Now, my internship for the 2 months of summer internship, which I mentioned earlier, was centered around social media marketing. So I had a basic idea about how things work, but now I had to actually learn social media marketing, and I learned it on my own, and I designed or came up with my own pages on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. Now, Instagram was a platform, till date, I am absolutely not good at it at all. And it's just something that I have been doing for a while now. I mean, the regular stuff like just posting up photos or posting up stories or something like that. But beyond that, if you ask me to do anything on Instagram, I'll be completely blank. I am really bad with that platform, and I'm still learning how to go around it. But that was the start of it, and that's when the social media pages of the Marketing Empress came into being. And again, there came a time while I was working on the Marketing Empress blog that I would be posting blogs on a regular basis, and I had a lot of friends. And because honestly, I think a lot of it goes out to the part that I had a lot of classmates during my MBA in marketing who could help me promote my blog. So if I would post something on my blog, I knew there would be these few set of people who would definitely come read it. Okay, so it was working out in my favor, but I soon realized that writing content, working on your own website, designing your website and ensuring that the content gets uploaded timely, and social media marketing, all these three things together were really, really difficult for me to manage on my own. And that is the time when I decided to hire my first batch of interns. So I just decided to go ahead with the flow, and I hired a batch of 6 interns. These 6 interns were reporting directly to me across various, segregations. So right from designing their appointment letters to their project details to giving them their internship certificate letters, all of it was done by me. And I feel so, like, looking back, I feel so proud of myself to have managed to do all of those things. I was really, I was thinking that if I am hiring someone, at max, if I'm not paying them, at max, what I can do is give them the kind of knowledge they require. And if I have to look back and think about how well the Marketing Empress has grown from there, it was, I think, the starting point when I decided that I cannot possibly do everything. And I feel from a business point of view and from your own venture point of view, this point is very crucial, where you realize that you cannot do a lot of things on your own. You will have to make that step up and realize that there is someone who can possibly do a better job than you, because that person will be solely focused on the task assigned, right? So they are going to do a much better job than you are. So that is when I hired my interns, and that 2 months of period was like a breeze, because I was only working on content creation and social media marketing was completely handled by the other set of interns. So it was a great learning. Now, coming on to the next part. So even today, I get a lot of messages on LinkedIn where people keep asking me, what is your revenue model for the Marketing Empress? And honestly, it just, makes me wonder as to whether we've reached a stage where entrepreneurship or doing something of your own, some venture of sorts, only has to deal with or only has to concern with the amount of money you're earning. And honestly, when I started the Marketing Empress, I had absolutely no monetary gains to, keep in mind at that point of time. I only thought of it from the point of view that I need to, put my learning somewhere. I need to help marketing students gain more knowledge, which is not possible in your day-to-day lectures in colleges, etc. So I wanted to be that one-stop solution for all marketing related content for students. So monetary gains at that period of time was not in my mind at all. But I knew when it comes to a blog, what really helps is that there are multiple ways to earn from a blog, but one of the most common ways to do it is through Google Adsense. Now, what are Google Adsense? In a gist, I'll just explain it to you guys. These are basically ads which are placed on your website, and based on the number of impressions, now how many number of people look at your ad, possibly click on your ad, you get paid for it by Google. Okay, but it's not an easy process. Okay, not everyone can do it. And I started researching on that, and I applied to Google AdSense for the first time. I was quite sure that it wouldn't result in a positive response, and it did not. I got rejected the first time, but then I researched and figured out the actual things that were missing on my website, right from the designing perspective, the blog posts, etc. You need to have certain number of blog posts before you apply and all of those things. And before 6 months, at the second time I applied to Google AdSense, I was accepted into their program. Now, what this helped me with is that I could finally start placing ads on my blog and gain some sort of revenue from it. And which was, of course, not my aim. Trust me, guys, when I say this was not my aim. But just, it was just something like, if I am putting in the efforts, I'm sort of getting something in return, is what the entire concept was behind that. And I still remember the day when I got that mail from Google that says you've been accepted into our Google AdSense program. And it was late at night when I saw that mail, and I was really happy because it felt like a milestone to me, honestly. And I've seen so many bloggers out there struggling to get their AdSense approval. And when I saw that I could manage to do it within 6 months, that was a huge achievement for me. So honestly, I had huge plans on the Marketing Empress blog, and I had read everywhere that the one thing that leads to a success of a blog is consistency. And honestly, for the first few months, I was extremely consistent. But when a time came that I was not getting the kind of response I was expecting out of the blog, it just made me a little laid back and I stopped being consistent. That was also the time when I tested positive for corona, which was, I think, 4 to 5 months back. And I just couldn't get back to writing blog posts post that. And this was also the time when I researched a little and I figured out that video formats are actually working a lot better than the written material out there. And I thought that why not experiment a little more and try to move on to YouTube now to understand what my consumers or what my viewers would like to see, and see if it actually helps gain more views or gain a better response in comparison to my website. So I decided to go ahead and do that, and I started my YouTube channel. Now, I know you need to be consistent even on YouTube, and trust me, at this point of time, I am consistently posting and uploading videos on YouTube Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays every single week. And I plan to keep that going forward as well, because I think when you lose out on that consistency, it just gets very difficult to get back. So my blog post or my blog is still there, very much there. I have over 80 authored blog posts, but now I'm moving that same content onto my YouTube channel because I want more people to look at it and get the information in the best way possible. And in fact, just yesterday I crossed a huge milestone, huge for me. Okay, let me just put it across like that. It's huge for me. I managed to gain my first 100 subscribers on YouTube, and in my opinion, it's been a big achievement because I haven't been on YouTube for that long. It's just been a month or two when I've been consistently posting. So it's been an achievement. There's a lot of hard work that goes behind creating a video, right from shooting to editing the video and then putting it out there for you guys to watch on a weekly basis. The journey has not been easy, and I'm sure it's not going to be easy even in the future. But what I do know for a fact is that I want the Marketing Empress to be some, like a one-step solution, as I mentioned earlier, one-stop destination for all those marketing students who are interested in learning marketing from a practical perspective. And I know there's a need for it out there, because in our colleges, especially in India, your syllabus across universities or something like that is a little outdated. And you need to be, because you're a marketing student, you need to be aware of the latest happenings. And that is only possible when you manage to gain the practical knowledge that's required before you enter your jobs and, just start doing things. In fact, I think this practical knowledge may be missing for even those individuals who are already working. Okay, because once you start working, you get so preoccupied with those same marketing things that you need to do on a daily basis, your marketing deliverables that you need to deliver, or something like that. You're just so focused on those simple set of things that you do not think about upgrading your knowledge. And that is where I want the Marketing Empress to be present for all those people who are interested in marketing and advertising as well. So I think that's it for today's video. I would really take this moment to thank all of you guys watching this video right now, all my subscribers, all the people who have subscribed to my newsletter, who are receiving this through my newsletter. I am so very glad to get your support, and I really hope you continue giving me the support that you've been giving me so far. And I hope together we can make the Marketing Empress the next big thing in marketing.